Hey, welcome back to part 2. So like we kind of were left off like about like kind of descriptions of Slendy. But so the big story on this motherfucker is back in, I don't know if I have the year. Was it 2014, 2015?
Oh, I think it was.
Oh
shit!
I didn't write the year down. Well, 2014, May 2014. Look at my shitty handwriting. Never be left-handed, people.
Just don't do it. just stay right.
Stay right-handed. So, in 2014, two girls, Morgan Geiser,
yeah.
and then Anissa Weir.
Yep.
They in Waukesha.
Yep.
See. I should have known that. I was like, I know this is not how I'm saying it, but I feel it. But anyhow, they're from Waukesha, Wisconsin. They lured one of their friends into the woods and stabbed this poor girl 19 times to appease Slender Man.
Yeah, they thought that they would be able to live in the Slender Mansion.
Oh, see, that's what that one that I was talking about must have been like his friend in this. I didn't know there was a Slender Mansion. That's so
Slender
funny.
Mansion.
I love doing stuff like that, though. Like, honestly. You want to know what pisses me off? This is unrelated, but, like, they have s'more Oreos, and the fact that they're not called s'moreos makes me so angry.
I was so confused as to where that was going.
It makes me so mad.
I love that. What do you love?
It makes me so mad. I'm like, you had the opportunity and you didn't do it. S'moreos! Come on, people! That makes me so mad. I'm so sorry. That, honestly, like, that's first world problems, but that pisses me off. So, yeah, I'm glad that you specified why, because I just knew it was, like, to appease him, because somewhere I read that they thought that Slender Man was going to, like, murder their family.
Yes.
Which, okay, so that is... You know, from your understanding as well. So I wasn't sure, like, so the Slender Mansion, they wanted to go hang out and be BFFs with Slendy, but, like, he was going to kill their family if they didn't. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
It was, basically what I took from it was either they kill this girl or Slender Man is going to make them watch as he kills their family.
Oh, ew, okay. And just to kind of clarify also, Morgan was the one who stabbed the little girl.
Yes.
Peyton? Something with a P? I didn't write her name down. And then Anissa. Okay. Jesus. I never thought I would have been one of those people. So, which is weird because I work with a high population of international students and I can pronounce their names just fine. Like, American names are so foreign to me anymore. Like, Jonathan? But anyway, Anissa, she encouraged the stabbing, but the girl did survive.
Yes.
So, thank God.
Thank goodness, yeah.
Oh my God, could you imagine, like, how she is as a person after that?
No.
I mean, like, my traumas weren't that bad, and look at me.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Mine was not physical, so...
I'm just... Holy moly. I can't imagine it. But obviously, it's going to take a lot of work to reverse this type of damage. Yeah. I'm glad that she lived, but, like, I can't imagine, like... my heart goes out to her and her family. Oh, my God. I know this was, like, 6 years ago, but still. That was, like, irreversible psychological damage, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So to kind of jump back, that was like the gist of the story. To kind of like update, quote unquote. So one of the girls, Morgan, the stabber, she was actually charged with attempted first-degree intentional homicide. She pled guilty in a deal given by the prosecutor, but was ultimately found not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect.
Yes.
And in that same token, in the end, the court ordered Morgan to spend 40 years in a mental institution, while Weir was ordered to spend 25. And as of August 2020, this was that's when that was. Sorry, that was a really weird note. But also, like, there's more information on this case. It goes into a lot more detail. There's a documentary called Beware the Slender Man.
Yeah.
That was very good. So if you get, like, if you have HBO or, like, have, like, the HBO app, highly recommend it. It was very good.
Yeah, and I guess there's actually a second one also
Oh.
on the Reels channel, and I'm forgetting the name, but I know it was aired on Reels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, this was a while ago, too, so it very well could be, like, somewhere else, like, other than, but I'm pretty sure it was HBO. But I think I watched it recently. I might have had HBO at the time. It's hard to remember. All of my years kind of blur together.
Yeah.
But the reason why I feel like we should consider this, like, a tulpa is because these girls were convinced that he was real. Convinced enough that they tried to kill their friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, while not a tulpa in the sense of, like, a physical form showing, like, it was enough real to them that they thought that they had to kill somebody or that Slenderman was gonna hurt them.
Yeah, and actually, I heard a theory. I guess it's not even a theory, but someone said something that when I was researching. It's the same thing with demons, you know. When you give something a name, it gives it power.
Exactly. No, absolutely. That is very... I'd never even thought about that.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. And especially when you are that young. They were not old.
No.
They were, like, in middle school.
And... it just, like, you're so young, how could you even, I don't know, like, when I was that young, I was playing, you know what I mean?
Like, and I actually made a point in here, too, like, I mean, like, I was into some weird shit when I was little. Well, I'm still now.
I mean, look at us.
Shit. Yeah, but, like, I never, and I loved creepypastas. I loved reading them. They were so just, like, whoa. But I've never in my life was like, I need to murder this person so this fictional character won't kill my family. You know what I mean? Like, and so it's just, like, I don't know what was going on for you to, like, fully commit to something 19 times. That's not easy. That's not, like, oops. Like, you know.
That's, like, a commonly not commonly known, but people think that it's super easy to kill someone, or it's like, no, it takes so much energy.
It really, an effort, because I mean, like, the human body is designed to sustain itself. Like, so, like, if you're in a case of drowning, or if you're trying to drown yourself, you, like, can't. Because your body's gonna fight everything to survive. Like, your body is built to survive. And so... Stabbed 19. This girl got stabbed 19 times and lived, which is fabulous. But, like, it just shows you, like, it takes a lot of work.
Exactly.
And, like, they followed through. Like, I think I read that I think they just kind of left her for dead, and she ended up, like, coming to and, like, crawling to the road.
I couldn't even imagine. Like, because these girls, they said in an interview about how they knew it was going to be such a long walk and how they prepared to go. And this girl is bleeding out.
Yeah, 19 holes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's insane. It's scary to think about, like...
Yeah. Now, I do feel like I need to state that schizophrenia does not make you a dangerous person.
No, absolutely not.
But she was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and so was her father. But she went undiagnosed for a long time. Yeah. And if you don't treat mental illness, it can go awry.
Absolutely. And, like, I feel like it's not dangerous in itself, but, like, especially when they're that young, if it's that apparent already, that's not common.
No.
That's not common at all. It's usually not diagnosed till, like, what about, like, 18 is usually when you start seeing them shine. So the fact that she was this young and like, I mean... I would definitely call this something schizophrenic if you legit think this character is coming to kill your family. Which, like, I just don't know how that idea got into her head to begin with.
That's almost the scariest part.
Exactly.
I mean, it was a thought formation. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, this was essentially a tulpa that she had somehow convinced herself was going to come and kill her and her family unless she, you know, kill one, save 1,000 type of thing. That's kind of like, seemed like her mentality towards it.
Yeah.
But it's just messed up. And, like, I will say, like, you know, it's strange to me that, like, like I said, going back to it, like, I was a weird kid, and I read a lot of stuff like this, but, like, I never actually wanted to murder somebody to appease us, especially, like, a creepypasta character. Granted, you know, just because I just thought I should add this in here, because I've heard this more than once, and I've listened to more than once. But there's a lot of creepypastas where they even think Jeff the Killer is sexy. So,
I know, it's so weird.
So, like, I mean, say what you will about that community.
Yeah.
I don't think Jeff the Killer's hot. I also don't think Slender Man's hot, and I don't want to read Slender Man erotica. I don't want to read Bigfoot erotica, but, like, you know, I enjoy, not the sexy stories, but, like, the spooky ones. Do you have anything else on this one? Because I think this guy's pretty well taken care of.
Yeah,
there's really not much to go when it happened like 6 years ago. They're both locked up in a mental. Could you imagine though? You wasted your life.
Oh, yeah.
They were young. They were like 6th grade, 7th grade. They were not like. So this poor girl, she committed almost murder. But 40 years.
Yeah.
That's her life. That's her whole entire life.
Well,
and like it's almost kind of like because she is so young, in 40 years when she gets out.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
What is she gonna do?
Yeah. It's
because realistically, I mean, she was young, so her parents aren't going to be like old, but like they're not going to be able to like care for her.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, like I'm not saying that she's like mentally incapacitated where she can't care for herself, but what do you do in that situation? Like when she does get released, like is she just going to opt to stay in because that's the only thing realistically she's ever known?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know what a mental institution's like in 2020. Like. Yeah. I mean, obviously it's significantly better than like 50, 60 years ago, but still, like when you're used to that sort of environment.
I couldn't imagine. That's like, it's popular among prisoners that have been in jail for so long.
Yeah, that they'll recommit to go back to jail because that's the only thing they know. They don't know what the real world is like. Yeah. So in that sense, with the just severity of this crime.
Yes.
I mean, I hope to God that she's getting the help that she needs and getting proper help. And, like, you know, who knows? Maybe there's, like, a way that they do it to kind of, like, help them kind of prepare.
I mean, that could be.
And, like, obviously, I don't know. It's just something that I think about because, like, this is what she did to get into this situation. Obviously, this is not what she wanted. But, like... This is what she did to get 40 years in a mental institution. What is she going to do if she feels like she needs to go back?
Exactly.
But hopefully that's not the case. I think we only have like 2 minutes left. The rest of the stories are pretty short, but I want to be able to like talk to them in a little more detail. Yes. Just, you know, the back and forth is fine. So this completes part 2. So we'll be in part 3. Come and meet us there, my dudes.